What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. So right now we're currently watching the Bitcoin price continue to go down. Now this is, for some of you who are new to this, might be getting a little bit panicked, but it definitely looks like there's money coming out of the market right now. It's more than likely institutional pullback with a little bit of small time investors like myself and you guys. When I say small time, I mean if you're dealing in the thousands or the hundreds, that's nothing compared to what the whales are playing with. When you see a market capitalization fluctuate between 15 to 20 billion dollars in a short period of time, that means that there's big time institutions playing with money. Now, a couple things to think about with this price of Bitcoin fluctuating like it is now in the 17,000 range, pulling back off the $20,000 range. So if you just pull up the Bitcoin chart, we did hit $20,000 for Bitcoin on Sunday. By the way, guys, we're not in panic mode, okay? There it is, $20,000. So we did finally hit the Bitcoin magic mark of $20,000, but ever since then, it's been a pullback and a sell-off. We should look to find resistance around the $16,000 range. If it breaks past that, we'll have to go to the next spot of resistance, which is around about 13,000. So we're looking at the lows here on the dips. That's where they find resistance. So if you're trying to figure out how low Bitcoin can go right now, I wouldn't be surprised if it definitely hits around this 16,000 mark. And if it plows below that, you'll probably look for your second tier of to be around 13.5. And if it goes below that, then you'd be looking at some resistance around about $10,000. Okay. Now, here's the thing. If you're sitting on Bitcoin and you've been sitting on Bitcoin, you've been buying at these prices, whatever you do not sell yet, okay? Hold it. Just basically ignore the whole price of the Bitcoin, all the pandemonium. Your job is to hodl. Your job is to hold. You're not going to panic. You're not going to panic sell and sell low because you know at some point in time Bitcoin will go back on a run. What it's looking like is happening is institutional investors are taking money out of the market. They're taking profits, okay? That means big money, people with big dollars, they're taking money, they're taking profit. And with that means there's going to be the pullback, the bubble, whatever you want to call it, kind of popping, okay? It's not the time for you to panic, sell anything, just hold. And if you have to hold for 6 months to a year, you will. And that's the idea here, guys. Now, with that being said, let's take a look at what this investor has said. So, investor who bought Bitcoin at $72 warns of a 50% drop could happen before the next boom. So what he's saying is, be ready, guys. We could be pulling back to about $10,000. And if you've been buying at high prices, do not panic right now. Do not panic sell for sure, okay? There is no reason to panic sell unless you were trying to day trade Bitcoin. So what are the positives to the Bitcoin price pulling back? Well, Bitcoin is the long-term store of value. More than likely, it is going to be the gold standard, the new gold standard. So instead of looking at it like, oh my gosh, my price in Bitcoin is going down, you should be looking at it like, wow, yes, I finally have a buying opportunity to get in Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin does start going massively bearish and pulling back deep into the below 13,000 and even into the $10,000 range, you should be like saying, okay, I'm bullish on Bitcoin long run during this bear bubble burst that's happening. And this is healthy for Bitcoin, guys. This retracement is going to be healthy for Bitcoin long term. And like this guy's saying here, he's really saying he thinks we're in a multi-decade bear market, okay? He's saying this is going to continue to be, this is going to be a long-term sustainable bull run for Bitcoin as it, you've heard the projections, Bitcoin $1 million, Bitcoin $100,000. So if you're going to be able to get into Bitcoin, the more than likely the probable gold standard of the future, to get into Bitcoin at $10,000 or $15,000 after it's already hit 20,000, you should be like, yes, like you should be excited. Even if your portfolio is going down in value, do not panic. If you're new here, I know it can be kind of frustrating and kind of scary, but the thing is, hold. All right. And just be aware where it is now and where it is in 3 months can be very different. Okay, so it's volatility. That's why most of these shirts, like most of these Bitcoin shirts, they always say HODL. HODL means hold. And I know you guys get really excited. You guys have been kind of spoiled in a way. You've seen your investments go up 7, 8 times, right? So right now is not the time to panic sell anything. So if it pulls back, get excited about the buying opportunities. And as far as the altcoins go, we'll have to see what the Bitcoin reaction looks like. But right now, if we're just taking a look at the Bitcoin price and how it keeps pulling back, let's see. See, it just keeps dropping. It's dropping even more right now. Bitcoin dominance at 48.4. But it appears as though there's money pouring into the altcoins. So I don't know for a fact, but it looks like it's possible that some of this Bitcoin money so it's looking like some of this Bitcoin money will pour into altcoins if the market cap stays high. So if the market cap stays over $600 billion, you can expect, as the Bitcoin price continues a retracement, as it pulls back, if it does, because we don't know yet. It hasn't hit the resistance zone yet. The resistance zone is what we went over previously about the price point. Thereabouts the $16,000 range, and then the next one would be around about $13,000. So if the market cap stays at 608 billion and continues to kind of stabilize or even go up, and Bitcoin dominance pulls back, that means the money's coming into altcoins. It could be pouring into altcoins like Ethereum. It could be pouring into IOTA, Litecoin, Ripple, or maybe even some of these other altcoins down here. So it's not going to necessarily be a bad thing. Right now, we're seeing some green, some red. It's hard to tell right now. We don't have enough data to suggest either which way. We do see some of these other cryptocurrencies in the green, but this is an opportunity for maybe one of your altcoins to kind of catch up to Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin Cash. See, this is where the conversation about Bitcoin Cash threatening Bitcoin's dominance. Could Bitcoin Cash make a run? What if Bitcoin Cash makes a run? This would be interesting, right? So do you hold a Bitcoin Cash? Remember in my previous videos, I said it would be a pretty good idea to hold, just as a diversement strategy, to hold one Bitcoin Cash, maybe 1 to 2,000 Ripple, or maybe more than that, maybe 5,000 Ripple. Back when it was at 20 cents, it would have been an easier time to get that. But if you can't, maybe 1,000 Ripple. But right here, maybe like 2 or 3 Litecoin. Ethereum, you probably hold. I always say hold 2 Ethereum and don't look at them for 5 years. And those are really the core position. Maybe 1 Dash, but it'll be interesting to see how if Bitcoin retraces, how it pans out. Is the money going to come out of the market entirely? Are we going to dip below a $500 billion market cap, or are we going to stay around this range in Bitcoin dominance? Stay at 48 to 50%, but we're going to lose the money from the market. Or is the market going to stay strong and Bitcoin dominance is going to retrace? If we see Bitcoin dominance retrace, let's just look at this from the, so you can see right here back in June, Bitcoin was at 38%. So that's very interesting to see. And right now it's getting closer to that than it ever has been. In my previous videos, I was talking about how Bitcoin dominance going below 55% was interesting. Now that it's gone below 50%, can it go below 40%? And could it even revisit this price range here where it was at 38%? So overall, cryptocurrencies benefit from the Bitcoin retracement. So it's not necessarily doomsday. And even if the entire market were to see whale money come out, if whales start pulling a lot of money out, it's still not the end of the world. It just creates a buying opportunity. Right now, you've been in a profitability margins. So take note of how things played out here. And for those of you who are saying, should I have sold Verge at 7 cents? If you're concerned that the market might be pulling back completely, take your profits right now, convert it into fiat or USDT. Well, I would say US dollar for now, if you wanted to. You probably don't want to put it into Bitcoin if Bitcoin's going to continue to pull back, because let's even take a look right now while we're making this video to see what the latest update is on the market. Thank you to coinmarketcap.com, by the way, for having this data available. So the market cap has gone up. Bitcoin has kind of stabilized at 17,006. It's up 1% over the hour. So there's an incredible action here. And it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. It really is going to be interesting. And you're going to have to really take some calculated risk if you're going to be getting into Bitcoin right now, because we don't know if it's going to continue to pull back or if it's going to stabilize and this is the low and then it's going to pump back into 20,000. Are people going to start taking profits on their altcoins and shoot it into Bitcoin, which is going to charge Bitcoin back up to 20,000? Because right now I'm seeing if the market cap, let's take a look at the market cap. So the market cap, if it pulls back below 600 billion, right? So let's look at the 7 days, see when that happened. Okay, so the last time we were below $600 billion market cap was on Monday, December 18th. So that was yesterday. So we haven't, let's see here. Where's the low? So we've seen a $562 billion market cap. So we're in new territory for the market cap being here. So I guess the point that we'd be looking at would be if the market pulls below, let's see if we can get a 1 month here on a low. There's a low right there. Wow, we'd have a long ways to go. If the market starts pulling back into this range, see, I'm doing data. I basically record these videos while I analyze things. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing like live play-by-play as it's happening. I'm not trying to fake anything. I'm not trying to pretend to be anything. All I'm doing is showing you the things that you can look at from a data analysis position. And if I'm going to dive into the data, I'm going to take you guys with me. And if you guys want to watch these videos while we dive into the data, that's up to you. If you don't have to. But I'm not faking anything. I'm not trying to be like on CNN. I'm not trying to be CNBC. I'm trying to be as real as I can be with you guys. And so as I'm doing these videos, I'm basically discovering things for myself. So right now I'm like, so as I'm doing this live play-by-play, I'm like, December 10th, we were at 371. That was the last low. If we hit this range here, that will be time for you to definitely time to hold, but time to kind of, okay, time to definitely not consider taking profits, but start looking at where you can start accumulating again. So some of your favorite cryptocurrencies that are sky high, that are at all-time highs, that you're not buying right now, you'd be saying, well, when they retrace. Like if Cardano retraced to, I don't know, 25 cents, would you jump in there? What are some of your cryptocurrencies that you're looking at if the market does pull back? Let's see again. So we're keeping an eye on the market. It's staying stable at 608 billion. So we have Bitcoin dominance still at 48%. Bitcoin price stabilizing around 17.5. I'm not touching Bitcoin right now. I'm not jumping into Bitcoin. I'm not taking profit on anything right now. But I'll tell you what, anybody who does, if you're taking profit on any of these cryptocurrencies that are up sky high like this and you're putting it into Bitcoin, if Bitcoin does turn the corner and go back up, that calculated risk that you take will be huge for you because you would have just forked to a dynamically powerful position. So what I'm saying by that is if Bitcoin goes on a bull run and these kind of peak and then pull back, if you make that trade on Cardano, well, let's see, what's a big trade that would happen right now? Let me give you a perfect example of what I'm talking about. What's sitting at a real close to all-time high? If you hold EOS right now and you're like, this is just a hypothetical. This doesn't mean it's going to happen. I'm just giving you an example of what it would look like. So you're sitting on EOS. You're like, EOS is at a peak. It's at an all-time high, and it's due for a retracement. Look at that chart. It's got the indicators of being due for a retracement, right? It's even kind of bouncing around a little bit. So let's say you took your profits on EOS because you think that EOS is due for a retracement like Bitcoin's getting right now. So, we saw EOS at around 785 on Monday, which was just yesterday, not a very long time ago. But so you sell here, right? You sell at EOS at an all-time high, and you get into Bitcoin at 17,005 while it's been on a retracement. So basically you're like forking it. You're like, boom, boom, bada bing, bada boom, into EOS to Bitcoin. You sold at an all-time high. You got it on a dip. That's the kind of stuff we're looking at. But that's a calculated risk. Are you willing to take that risk, or are you going to play it safe and hodl? Are you going to hold tight and wait for things to kind of develop and then stabilize and then find your opportunity there? Because you're always in one of two positions. You're in a you're in a buying opportunity, or you're in a profit opportunity. Or you can, the third factor is hold, but there's two actions that you can take, because holding is not an action. That means you're not moving, you're staying still. The action you would take is, are you going to take profit or are you going to buy? Well, it's very simple, guys. We do not buy at all-time highs, we buy on the dip. And I keep stressing that because that's really how you win at this. Okay, so I'm making this video to talk about, number one thing, do not panic. If the thing pulls back way down, do not panic. If your friends are panicking and they're texting you and saying, you told me to buy Bitcoin, now what's going on with this? Tell them, yo, bro, hold. Or if your girl's telling you, you told her to buy Bitcoin, you know, tell her, let's go to the beach today. Let's go bobsledding. Let's go enjoy the family at the Christmas. Don't worry about it. Everything's cool. We're in a multi-decade, that guy on that CNBC here, he's saying we're on a multi-decade bull run here. So remember, the holiday season, patience is a virtue, you would say, or good things come to those who wait. So if you're trying to day trade, this is where it can get a little bit sticky, but I'm saying hold and continue to hold. Don't panic, don't do anything. But right now, I mean, we went from red to all of a sudden green. So you can see this, the market shifts so quickly. Let's see. So 606 now. Let's take a look. We're waiting. 606. Okay, so it's, I'm not seeing too much. I am seeing some buying opportunities in some of these cryptocurrencies right now, but none of them that I'm really too stoked about. So I'm looking for buying opportunities. As I see them, I'll let you know. A little bit of a buying opportunity with Salt. Still a buying opportunity for Electronium. A little bit of a buying opportunity for PivX. This V-Chain definitely, it got a pump yesterday. It's coming off a high if you're looking to get into V-Chain. Let's see how Power Ledger's holding up. Power Ledger had its nice little run. Now it's kind of stabilizing. Vertcoin still in a very nice buying opportunity. So there's buying opportunities and we're looking for them. But I'm saying I'm probably holding until I get real big signals. I'm not seeing real strong signals to buy. I'm seeing more than anything like, okay, the market's moving and I'm not touching anything right now. I'm kind of hands off. I'm hands off right now. I'm realizing it could go way up and I could be missing the opportunity, or it could go way down, but I'm not really looking to take the calculated risk right now. So the calculated risk is telling me I don't have enough data to suggest making any moves, so I'm holding. So I'm not gonna take profits and I'm not gonna sell. I'll let you guys know if anything changes, but as of right now, that's where we're at. So just hold. Everything's holding. No panicking, guys. No panicking. No need. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think Bitcoin's price is going to do. Let me know what you think the market activity indicates to you. Let me know if you guys are holding or selling. If you're going to communicate with the community, let us know your plays here. And let us know what the heck the future of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency holds in 2018. Drop a comment. I like to hear these things, and who knows, maybe I'll be able to make a video based on your insights on what you guys are seeing. If you're on Instagram, you can follow us at Instagram or Altcoin Buzz. If you're on Twitter, you can follow us at Twitter at Altcoin Buzz IO. You have to type in the IO. Okay. If you're new here, you can subscribe, and if you've been subscribed, you can click that bell notification to get notified whenever we drop videos. So, like I said, at the core of this video, just be patient, be calm, don't panic. If you're trying to get into Bitcoin, it's on a dip, might be a time to get in. I'm not doing anything with any of these cryptocurrencies right now. And I'm definitely not selling any Bitcoin. I am not selling Bitcoin right now. I don't even care if it goes down to $10,000. I'm still not selling. Because I don't have enough data to suggest that Bitcoin is going to go, how far Bitcoin is going to pull back. Is it due for a retracement? Yes. Is it due for a little bit of a correction? Yes. Is it due for a big correction? Yes. But does that mean that it's going to happen? No. So I'm holding.